Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have a great video for you, I hope. It's all about this crazy prediction I'm going to make here, and some other things, but man, I spent a lot of time on this, really with my nose to the grindstone here. Really working hard on this the last couple of days. The Lord's been showing me incredible stuff, since I've been saying for years that Biden would basically be removed. He's basically getting to the point of dementia. I was saying that years ago, and he would be removed. Eventually, he's going to be replaced by Kamala Harris. That's all going to play out, I believe, even still, even though we got some news today that he's dropping out, not too long ago. I'm going to get into that in just a second. But also, I've been saying about Trumple being attacked and all this kind of stuff. Man, and I thought, anyway, I want to get into all this right now, but I want to get into my prediction here, and also showing how, the fact that we saw Trumple shot, that's all predictive programming in iPad Goat 2, and all over the place. I mean, this has been in our world for 40, 50 years, even more, about all this predictive programming with him being shot. So this is huge. I'm going to get into this right away. Just jump right into it, okay? So I am the Exalted Lamb 1 on YouTube, but Exalted Lamb 1 without the on Telegram, and I'll have a link in the description box below if you want to. Through your phone, you'll get notifications of my videos. And right now, I'm getting massively, in the last several months, I've been massively shadow banned by YouTube, and they're turning off notifications and things. So you may not even be getting notifications. You probably may not be seeing this video because you're not getting notifications. I basically have over 28,000 subscribers, and now I'm getting a little over 2,000 to 3,000 views. I mean, give me an ever-loving break. I mean, this is ridiculous. And I've proven this on previous videos that I've been shadow banned like crazy. Man, about 5 years ago, when I started, well, it's almost been 6 years ago I started, but about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I was getting as much as 100,000 views. My best video was like 180,000 views. I've had many that were 70, 80,000 views. That's way in the past. As I'm getting closer and closer to the time, I'm getting no views virtually, and it's hard to do these videos now. I'm just doing it for the faithful and maybe a few people that show up here, and I'm hoping that, these things, now that I've been saying things for years and these things are happening, people start waking up and then sharing this stuff. I'm really hoping that's the case. So again, my motto is having no part in the worthless deeds of darkness, but instead exposing them. Ephesians 5:11. Okay, and so I'm exposing the darkness. The stuff I show, gematria and all that, I don't believe, I don't use that personally or anything. I just use that what the Lord Jesus has shown me, because I know him personally, how to divulge what they're doing and their plans. I've had 2 different Freemasons contact me. One was a former 32nd degree Mason, confirming that I know more than even he knew, or people even above him knew, about all this stuff and the things they are taught all their life. And that's Jay. I'll just call him Jay for now. And man, just a lot of things. And that iPad Go was the plan back in 2008, and then was released in 2012. But back in 2008, before Obama, when Obama was running for president, he was shown in a big meeting in the Southeast, a huge Freemasonry meeting, a lot of big people and everything. He was shown he even said some guy from Canada, and I go, well, that's that's Louis Lefebvre, and I'm like, he's like, it's from Canada. I was crazy. He knew all this stuff, and then I could tell him stuff he didn't know, and then he told me also when we were talking for a few months, and then he just stopped talking to me because he said, I don't want to risk your family and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, let's just keep talking though. But he's like, he didn't want to risk my family because he knew that they were watching him and doing all kinds of stuff. In fact, he was on another channel, sharing stuff on another channel with the guy, and they messed with his whole bank accounts and did all kinds of stuff to him. And he didn't want that to happen to me, so then he just cut contact with me. And it's probably maybe for the better, I don't know. But anyway, so he was saying that him and a lot of people in the in the Freemasonry world for years knew that this guy was going to come on the scene, that it was going to be Trumple, because he was in the media for a long time, and that he was going to be removed. But he knew it was going to happen, and as far as everybody knew, he was going to be killed, and then he was going to become somebody else, and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, the fact that you knew this, Aaron, I can't, how do you know all this stuff? And I showed him all the predictive programming, even stuff in videos that he just started watching at that time. So anyway, this is all playing out now. It's just incredible. And this, like I've said to a lot of people that I know, and even on Telegram, it looks like July is the ramp up to August. And August will be the timeline. Again, my timeline is pinned to the top of comments in this video and in my last few videos, including my prediction that's going to happen here in a day or two. When you watch this video, hopefully, on July 23rd/24th. And I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. I'm going to get into it here. So, but breaking news, today, President Joe Biden drops out of 2024 presidential race. I told you he was Biden time. I call him Biden time, that he would not last the full term. I've said this for years, and that he will eventually be replaced by Kamala. Okay, I've said this for years since he became president, that all the predictive programs show that she would be the 47th president and all that, even though Trumple is, running for that, of course, and all that. But he's the false John the Baptist. He was arrested, and this was actually back in Georgia. I was thinking he was going to go to jail, but he literally was in jail when he was arrested in Georgia back in 2023 on August 24th. So he's yet to be, we still have time for him on August 1st. It's July 31st / August 1st for him to be completely taken out, either removed by something like Amendment 25 or something, because now it's known that he's not capable and he's dropped out, or he may die from the COVID of 1984, COVID 1984. It's a con. It's the virus. Anyway, I gotta speak in code. I'm gonna speak because these Al Gore rhythms. Just imagine Al Gore dancing around. These Al Gore rhythms of YouTube. They you can get rid of my video or make it shadow ban me 100% even more than maybe now. I don't know. So I got to speak in code all the time. It's really ridiculous. I'm tired of this, but I have to do what I have to do to reach people and support people that have supported me for years, in views and likes and comments and prayers and even, donations and things. I'm very thankful for still being around and not being taken out or whatever. I mean, I've had many chances for that, so I'm thankful I'm still here. So right here, this whole thing, this is one example, but by the way, all the things I'm going to share, I have hundreds and hundreds of examples of these things that I just decided, I can't share with you everything, of course. So this whole thing right here, this whole title here, and then this whole part here, this is all gematria. It's also in pieces and everything too, but I take this whole thing, and watch. It is 1 and 7 is 8. Then 1 right here is 1. 2 right there. And then 6 is hiding 2 plus 4. Now, I didn't show my whole in the very beginning like I do in a lot of my videos. The rule of Kalel, which means you can take 1 away or add 1. That's a Freemasonry rule. Or even how 0 is hiding O, which is 15, or 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 is also hiding 2 plus 4. But anyway, I'm just telling you right now, because I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible, but I ended up putting a lot more in here than I really wanted, but I have to explain all this stuff. It's crazy. I'm kind of like an investigator, and then I want to be like a prosecutor. I want to bring a big, good, solid case for this indictment against what I'm sharing with you. So that's always my intent. I want to prove this because it's so provable. It's crazy. So he basically put out this letter, okay? The entire letter, literally, I'm not going to show you right now, but it's 8/1/24. The entire letter, all in gematria. And it's, sorry, 8/1/2024. But I'm not going to show that right now. And then right here, but I want to show this. The way he signs this, he doesn't sign it as the President of the United States, just his normal name, which is bizarre to me. I don't think I've ever seen that. But the reason why he did that, of course, is because Joseph R. Biden Jr. is 153. Okay, that's English gematria, and then the relation to English is that English Sumerian is times 6. So English is A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and then English Sumerian is everything that English is times 6. So A is 6, B is 12, C is 18, that kind of thing. So they're related to each other. So it's crazy. So the day, like I said, for months and months and months and months and months, he would be removed on 7/31, the pre-day and the first day. 7/31 is the 213th day of the year with 153 days left. That's 7/31. And this just happens to be, again, and I've said this too, I should have put this in the beginning, but they do opposites, upside down and backwards, all this stuff. It's everything that's contrary to the normal way of seeing things. Instead of forward and back, forward, they do it backwards. Instead of normal right side up, they do it upside down. Opposites and all that stuff. That's how they do things. That's how, the opposite to good is evil. White is black. I mean, everything, it's all opposites and all that stuff. So this upside down and backwards 918 is 816 or 81, and then 6 is hiding 2 plus 4, 8124. So the pre-day and the first day being a 1, as in the first. And then again, look at my timeline pinned to the top of comments. If you want to see the whole timeline of events that will happen, including the actual, not just the attempt on Trumple's life, but the successful attempt, according to what the public knows. Okay, it's going to be, and Iran's going to take credit. For example, back when Nashville there was a bombsels in Nashville, and they blamed this guy named Anthony Quinn Warner. That name, as I've shown, and I'm not going to show it right here, is an anagram. Anthony Quinn Warner is an anagram for New York nuke, then Iran war on. I mean, what are the chances of that? I have so many crazy anagrams the Lord showed me. Lord Jesus himself has shown me over the years that are phenomenal, that are off the charts, phenomenal, that only, how could I find that? I mean, how could I find it? Okay, and then let me get into the stuff about Trumple now. I just want to show you there's a few things about biding time. And by the way, it's so funny. Biden time is something that Lord gave me. It literally equals 8/1/2024. It's crazy. I'm just, wow. Anyway, so check this out. We got a mug shot of Trumple. Mug shot is 816. Like I just showed you over here, 816. See 816 right here? And backwards is 816 because they related. They both start the beginning of the birth of the Antichrist. Stinky B.O., the 44th president. Barack Insane Obama. Okay, Stinky B.O. is what I call him. I call him BL's a butthead. He's nasty, Stinky B.O. That you want to B.O. for. You know what I mean. So anyway, I'm trying not to say all these names all the time because again, who knows what they flag anymore and all that. So I'm trying to speak in code. So that's 816. It's also. Okay, wait, hold on. It's 8/7, so 8/7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 8/7, again, backwards. August 7th or August 1st, then 6 is hiding 2 plus 4, 24. So it's the day he comes back from something that's going to happen. By the way, he's going to get shot again. Again. It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to say I could be wrong. Okay, hey, this is all, speculation. As I've shared in my videos forever since I started, I'm speculating here. That's all I can do, okay? I'm not a prophet. I mean, in a way, I prophesied like some of these events because I've been given dreams about this from Lord Jesus years ago. I'm saying, yes, United States is going to be hit on both coasts by mega tsunamis. Yes, United States will ultimately be destroyed on the last day by 23 nukes in 23 cities. Yes, I've seen that in visions and dreams. Yes, the United States won't be invaded by aliens that are made by people, the elites and stuff, that are chimeras and all kinds of stuff and crazy creatures they've made and that will be possessed by demons. Yes, people that got the hokey pokey will turn into zombies. Yes, I've seen all that. So in a sense, you could say that. But as far as dates and stuff, and when this stuff would happen, exactly how it's going to play out, I do not know. I've never said I did. I've never said I never will say I will. So anyone that says false prophet or whatever, you're full of it. You're full of it. Full of it that starts with SH. Okay? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you got a mug shot because his mug was shot. His mug shot, predictably programming his mug shot. What's his mug? A mug is a face. That's why a mug shot of a prisoner is a picture of a face right after he's been arrested, because it's a face shot. And so that's where they're predictive programming that he's going to get not only the numbers here, but because this is the day he recovers, he's going to come back from saying, "Oh, I'm back. I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm back." And that's what I think. Again, this is my prediction. This is my and then so his mug shot, get it? Mug shot, his mug face was shot. Okay, there you go. And then where he got this mug shot here was Fulton County Jail, Atlanta, Georgia. And look, he got his mug shot here at 7/13. but he was here at mugshot, but he got his face mugshot 7/13 on 7/13. And then Fulton County Jail, where he got this mugshot, is also Trumple, okay? And it's also Fulton. I mean, are you kidding me? This is massive, off the charts coincidence. In fact, Fulton is not just 88. Fulton, see all these gematries? They're all different types of how you equate numbers to letters to numbers. We have 12 here, and Fulton exactly equals Trumple. And I say Trumple, but you see what that is, okay? But the only thing that they're all the same except for this one's 74 and this one's 47, because we have 7/13 and we have 7/31 or whatever. But these are also equated to 4th of July, and he's equated to that. Many things in predictive programming. Or he's running for the 47th president. Get it? 47th is 13th of July when he was Schotzels. I don't know. I already said shot, but I'm going to try to not say too much of this stuff. Okay, an iPad Goat, the caricature of George Bush, is literally, secretly, D for Donaldo. I'll say Donaldo for Trumple. Donaldo Trumple. Donaldo is D for, because we know, people that have been around know what, with that, if you have the D, you know that's a dunce cap, and they're saying he's a dunce, okay? You don't need a pink D on it. In fact, pink D is tons of stuff. There's so many things I could share. I mean, I could share things about every bit of this whole scene and this stupid thing and this and all this and all. This is love. This is the opposite of love. And love is I'm going to say this. Love is literally 5/22/2024. And then backward, so that's the opposite of love is the opposite of the date. Opposite of 5/22/2024 is August 11th. Man, and that's the birth of the Antichrist. And there's so much in here. It's just crazy. Again, I can't help myself sometimes. But look, pink D on white dunce cap is literally, watch this. He was shot in the back of the head, shot right here. In fact, see this, not the back of the head, but it looks like the back of the head because it's also a depiction of Lincoln as well, because he was shot from the back. But see this little swoosh thing right here? If you follow it, if it like narrows, looks like it narrows right there, it'll be right to the right ear right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like this, it's like go whoosh, and it's being hit by this shark. Boom, back then he's like, gets shot. But it's really his ear. You don't see that, but it's going to be the top of his ear right here, just like Trumple did. Okay, and then that is, Trumple, Donaldo, D for Donaldo Trumple here, was shot on the 195th day of the year, 7/13. Are you kidding me? And then what's this? Wow, what's this? This is the 219, just switch the 2 and the 1 and get rid of the 0. 219th day of the year normally is August 7th. That's when he's going to actually be taken out. And these all work together in so many ways. Again, 7/4 or 4/7 for 47th president, all this stuff. And then shark, right here, there's a shark. And look, 8/7, see, 8/7 backwards. So again, backwards, obscured in so many ways, coded in so many ways. This is not just a shark, it's an angry shark. You see how the eyes up, the teeth, that is obviously an angry shark or a mad shark, but it's angry shark is 122 and 888 because he's going to die on 8/7 and then it's reported on August 8th, and then 8 is 2 plus 2 plus 4, 2024. 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, 888. And to prove that even more, that's August 8th, 2024, it is going backwards, the 221st day of this year, of a leap year. 221st day of the year, and proving it's this year, in green, I have a green arrow, this is an eclipse. From the eclipse, 122 days to August 8th, 2024, being the 221st day of the year. I mean, are you kidding me? From the eclipse that happened April 8th this year, April 8th, 24, which is secretly showing Obama's birthday of this year. April 8th, 24 is 4th of August, 24 also. You just move the day and the month by the same numbers, and that's what it's showing because his birthday, on August 4th, is First Attack Day, Zombie Apocalypse Day, Alien Invasion Day, the bad aliens and all that. It's on my in my timeline. So literally August 8th, 2024, 2 plus 2 plus 4, 888 is the 221st day of the year and 122 days from the eclipse. Man, that's so solid. I can't even tell you how it nails to this year and a leap year, and it's massive. Okay, and then also, let me go here. Sorry. Wrong way. Okay, so again, oh, I should have shown yeah, 8/8/20. I was a little ahead of myself. Okay, and then look at his hair. It says it's 11S. 11S. Right on his hair, right there, 11S. What's 11S? 11? It's a little sideways, but that's okay. S. What's S? 19th letter of the alphabet. So you got 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 19, 219. Look, 219th day of the year, 8/7. So you got boosh, 219th day of the year, 11S. 11 is coded for 2, and then S is 19, 219. There you go. I mean, it's just, and then this is what I show in my thumbnail, my video. This is all an iPad Goat. Again, I'm going to explain all this here. I'm just showing you. This is what I have in my thumbnail. I'm going to explain all this right here next. So you have Trumple right here. Again, this was, it was really released in 2008 when all these Freemasons saw before, while Obama was running for president, and all these Freemasons saw this, but it was technically released in June 24th, 2012. And this is way before he was running for president. But these are all presidents behind here. You got Kennedy with a hole in the head. You got Reagan. He's an alien, but he has a bandage wrapped around his chest because he spoke at the UN and said about, well, alien, we all come together if there's an alien threat. There's an alien threat. And so there's an alien. And there's the Bushes right here. Obama's right here. He's got the funky. He's the only one with an ear, and he had the ears that stick out. He's even commented about how his ears stick out. And he's ultraviolet. And the ultraviolet or purplish, the Black Panther and Marvel stuff is purple. The purple power, all ultraviolet. I've shared about this stuff for a long time. His main color is purple, and it's also, when you think about blue and red states in the political realm, blue and red together is purple. Most people don't realize that. So anyway, that's Trumple right here. Okay, that's Trumple. This is 2012, way before he's running for president. These are all presidents here. And there he is. I mean, predictive programming, him being the president, there he is right there. See, I mean, how can you deny that? You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. That's the case. And no, I mean, this is July, proving this is July. This is the head that looks like a moon. It's, from this angle, the way this head's looking down into its arms as a figure. These are also the 12 kids that were in the cave back when the Thai boys that got trapped in the cave and all this stuff. And that's all for predictive programming and for a bunch of things. I'm going to get into all that. This is also the 12 stars behind the Virgin. This is the Revelation 12 sign. Again, this whole is this iPad Go 2, which you can, if you haven't watched it, you got to watch it. It's a short little animated movie, and it's all about the birth of the Antichrist. And it's little animated puzzles. It's little timeline puzzles. It's the devil's book of Revelation in every scene. And just like the book of Revelation, every single chapter is a different timeline all smashed together. They're not in order at all. They're all different timelines. And some chapters span from the beginning of the tribulation to the end of it, or all the way. Some are just short periods. They're all slapped together. That's what this is. Every single scene's a different timeline. And there are many. These are multi-layered. There are many things you see in one scene. It's just crazy. That's how I know, if you actually look at this and look at what I've said about this, and even some other people, you'll realize how detailed this is and how demonically inspired this is and how intricate it is. It's amazing, really. But I hate it. It's amazing, but I hate it. I'm tired of this. I can't wait until I don't have to share this anymore. But it's showing me so much stuff, including giving me massive clues on this possible shooting of Trumple on May 23rd/24th. July 23rd/24th coming here. If it hasn't already been here when you watch this video. So this is a moon, okay, and this is the buck moon. See the buck coming out of the moon? It's the buck moon. July moon is known as the buck moon. And it's also the 7th month, July. Right here is an upside down 7. See the 7 up? I turn it right side up. It's a 7 upside down. Another proof of that. And see, I'm the kind of person that doesn't just say, hey, because of this and this and this, we're going to get raptured. Or because of this and this, this is what this is. I have thousands, hundreds and thousands of things to support everything I've said in my whole timeline for years, and I have so much evidence I show, and that's why my videos are usually around 2 hours or something like that, because I show so much stuff, because I want to make a case. I'm not the person that's out there. Most people say, oh, because of this and this and this, the world's going to end. No, I have a million things and show you that these things are going to happen. And the other thing, too, is I'm not just here to exit. I'm here to share with people So, and another reason why I would share with you that this thing that could happen here in a few days of Trumple being Schotzels is that, you know, it would help you to understand that the Lord's showing me stuff to warn you, and that you can see this timeline is about to happen, and the United States is about to be taken down 100%. And then you would see that what the Lord's showing me is true. And then people have been watching me, though, and have an open mind. They've seen I predicted many things. And the general understanding of these things, and all the symbolic things of these hundreds of times. Many times they've happened, hundreds of times. The symbolic versions of these have happened so many times. And I've explained some of that in the past. I'm not going to right now. Okay, so that's right there. And then boom, we have this. That is the buck bunny. So we had the buck moon and the buck bunny. Oops, sorry. Buck bunny. And look what's going on with his ear. Something's going on. And for a long time, I didn't know what that was like. And now I know. This is Trumple's normal ear. And this is his ear after being shot on 7/13. During the buck moon month. Okay, the buck moon month I just showed you. There's a chunk of his ear off right there, gone. There's his normal ear. There's a chunk of his ear missing, or whatever they did, you know, makeup wise or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what happened? Or maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe something happened to his ear. I don't know. But that's the right spot. See that right? Well, how would that be? How would that be? He's the buck bunny. He's the buck bunny that shot. He's also Buck Bunny is Bugs Bunny, and I'm not going to show all that stuff, but he's trying. Remember, FUD equals 88, so does Trumple equal 88? I mean, the short version of Trumple without the LE. Anyway, Elmer Fudd's trying to shoot at the Buck Bunny, shoot at Trumple, and he can't hit him. He's the Teflon Don. Nothing happens to him. You know, he's above it all. That's all. And I can show all the gematria on that and all the symbolism of that is amazing. He's also Donald Duck. Donald Duck. Because you're going to get shot at. Get it? Okay, and everything about Donald Duck, including his middle name that people don't know, Fauntleroy, equals the day he was Schotzels on 7/13. Fauntleroy equals 7/13. Like Little Lord Fauntleroy. He is also Little Lord Fauntleroy. I mean, most people don't know Donald Duck's middle name, but I'm just telling you, so many things about Donald Duck, that is him. And also in the scene where these, in iPad Goat, if you know iPad Goat, scene where these bombers are bombing this mosque, in the sky in the clouds is Donald Duck, and that's also depicting the death of Donald Duck. CKBO and Donaldo Trumple on the same day. Okay, anyway, I'm going to keep going here. And then look, this stupid patch, or the stupid bandage on the ear. So this is all predictive programming, okay? Everything that they do is all predictive programming. I'm going to prove it. And see all these people, they're just like monkeys. They're just, when I say monkeys, I mean they're just copying what people are doing. They're just like acting like, it's just ridiculous. Whether they're part of it or not, they're copying. My wife was just saying, she was at somewhere, and somebody had there was a toy of Donald Trump with a bandage on his ear. And then she showed me also, someone posted a Donald Duck, what do you call it, bathtub ducky that looks like Donald Trumple's, and it's got an ear patch, or the bandage on the ear. Anyway, it's a bandage on the ear. So it's a bandage on ear, and that's the day he's going to be killed. And this is the day I'm saying that's coming up, the 23rd of July. He's going to be Schotzels. Anyway, and then watch this. Bandage on ears, first letter code B, and I don't know if anybody does first letter code, first letter or last letter code. I do first letter and last letter code on stuff, and it's amazing. B is 2, O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, and E is 5. Watch this. 2, and then 15 plus 5 is 20. 220. We have 2 and 20. 220. 8/7 is the 220th day of the year this year. Crazy. And then watch this. You ready? 205. When you see 205, most people say 205 because that's what you've been programmed to, even though it's really 205. But 205. So we're going to do 205. And 7/23, 23rd of July, is the 205th day of the year. Okay, do you see this? How this first letter code, this is impossible for a first letter code to match, being the days of the year, and then these be the actual dates. For this to match, it's impossible. This is no way, unless this is planned. Okay, then you have that. Now watch. So that what's on his head right here? There's some indentions here, some little dimples or whatever right here. I'm going to show you what this is. It has to do with what's on his face right now. We're right there. Literally, if you connect these dots, it makes this, you can make a red thing right here on the face, like a sideways V. Or if you connect them this way, it's pointing to something. It's pointing to something right here. There's an absence here. Look, there's an absence like right there of his, where his hair comes. It's a darker spot right here. And you connect these, and literally it's pointing to where he got shot. Boom, right there. I mean, you can believe it or not, but it's there. I mean, you could say, oh, and I'm going to show you a lot of stuff in iPad Go. That's, and not even everything, but, so we have July, and then we have the next month is August. July, then August. In fact, like I've shared before, when George Bush and iPad goes, shame on, shame on, shame on. Put that in reverse. So people have done the whole iPad Go in reverse, and then I heard August. Shame on is August, and then August just happens to be when this is going to happen. And I've been saying this for years, that it's a very potential month, massive. And then this is July, and then this is June, July, August, okay, and then Stinky BO September. Yeah, a lot of reasons for the birth of the Antichrist on September. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, this is the exit door, and then Trump's going to exit. And so are the faithful going to exit. And then watch. Boom, boom. Darkness, okay. The birth of the Antichrist starts right here when the apple rolls. But we have the exit on August. And so watch this. Red door exit. This is a red door with an exit. Look, see? Trumple. 13th of July. There's so many of these. It's just incredible. I have so much stuff. And then, or Trumple exit. 14647. Again, look at this. The day, the 220th day of the year, it has 146 days left over. August 7th, 24. Look at this. The 220th day of the year has 146 days left over, which is August 7th, 24. August 7th, 6 is hiding 2 plus 4. And then we have 13th of July right here. Boom. Hiding 1 plus 3 is 4. 4, 7. He was shot going for the 47th president of the United States, trying to be that. And while he was campaigning to be the 47th, he was shot in that. I mean, give me a break. I mean, seriously. And then, like I said, Trump X, the first letter code is TE 25. Get it? 205 or 25. Okay, remember 205 is 2. 0 is O, it's hiding O, but most people say 205, but it's really 205. 205 is 215.5. Again, that is 220. There you go. See? It's crazy. This stuff's crazy. He's been for years depicted as a crusader, a Knights Templar, because that's what he is. And I've been saying this a long time, for years, that he is the highest, what I've seen in the predictive programming and all the stuff I know, he is the highest level of Knights Templar in the world. And they're a military branch, in a sense, of the Catholic Church, Knights Templar, and which is he's also Scottish Freemason. He's kind of a blend of both. And so that is also, see this is his son, but his son is also named Donaldo Trumple, but Jr. Okay, by the way, Donaldo Trumple Jr. exactly equals Don John Trump. It's literally, they're both the same numbers. But the same person. That's Donaldo Trumple. That's Donaldo Trumple. That's Donaldo Trumple. And what is he? So again, Knights Templar. This is the Knights Templar cross, or the Jerusalem cross. Now, Jerusalem cross, again, tied to Trumple and Trumple and Trumple. Again, he's pointing to his AR, okay, which is 811. And then it's a Jerusalem cross or a Maltese cross, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, but what he's pointing to right here is Knights Templar. There's a knight's helmet, and then there's that's what he's saying. It's all simple. Why would this be all in here? This is in an article about how he is a crusader, and then all their imagery and all their stuff for being a crusader and everything like that. And it's just crazy. This is an article. Look at it sometime. Just put it Donald Trump Jr.'s, and then Trumple. I should say Trumple. Anyway, so Jerusalem cross is what? Now watch. Okay, back here. Actually, again, 8-7 plus 1 is 8-8. 8-7 and 8-8. And that's 8-7 and 8-8. 16 plus 8 is 24. 8, 7, 8, 8, 24. It's also, these are also separate, 8, 7, and 8, 8. Then we also have, watch this, 1 plus 6 is 7. And then remember, O is the 15th letter. 15 plus 8 is 23. 6 plus 1, 7. 15 plus 8 is 23. 723. Okay, and look at this. It's crazy. And then we also have 8, 1, get rid of the 0. 8, 8, 1, 6 is 2024. That's when he comes back. I'll be back. That's all. I'll be back is 8, 1, 24. Because he'll be back. He's the John that comes back. John Matrix, John McClane, John Connor, John this, John that. All these in movies. Because John equals 47. And that's 13-7 and all this other stuff. Ultimately, it's about Stinky BO, and I'm not going to show you all that stuff. All these things I'm talking about, I literally have all the numbers for Stinky BO and also No Obama and everything, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Jerusalem Cross is also 200. 200 is hiding 200 or 2 O is 15, but 1 plus 5 is 6. 266. What's the 266th day of the year? 923. What's 923? 923 is, for example, September 23rd. But when you say September 23rd, it's September 23, which is 723. 723. 1 plus 6 is 7. 15 and 8 is 23. 723. 723. Then we also have 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we have 6 and 6 is 12. Backwards, that's 213. The 213th day of the year is 731, or 731 is 13th of July backwards. Again, that's when he was shot, because 731 and 8-1, he's going to come back. And I think it's after he's shot, actually. I think he's going to get what the predictive program shows to me right now, he's going to be shot in the chest this time, like Reagan was, and I'm going to show you this in a second. And I have way more than this. I have so much. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. So basically, here, watch this. Trumple recognizes Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Again, Jerusalem. Again, look. Oh, wait. Okay, look. See? There, Jerusalem. Jerusalem Cross. The Knights Templar. It's all about Jerusalem. Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital on December 6, 2017. Now, what happens when you take December 6, 2017, and you add 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days? Okay, again, that's a lot of sixes, and we know what 6666 means. I mean, hello, look at this, 723, and like I said, that's 723, and this is hiding 723, and this is hiding 713, and this is hiding 87 and 88. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you getting this? Hopefully you're getting this. How about this? Real recently, back in June, not that long ago, Trump paints 2024 campaign as Righteous Crusade. I mean, I've seen this a bunch of times. Crusader Trump, but Trump, I mean, it's all over the place, because that's what he is. If I were to do gematria and all this stuff here, which I've done some, it would all support that, because he's a Knights Templar. And look, 7, he was shot on 713, 7 in the middle of 13, and then look, 205 again. Again, 205 is 205, which is the 205th day of the year, which is 723. It's also 2 O is 15 and 5, like I just said, which is 220. The day he's going to be eliminated in Manhattan with the Nukesels and Manhattansels. And I've said this for a long, long time. Boom. And that just happens to be the 100th, the day he was shot, 13th of July, just it happened to be 137. It's the 33rd prime, as in the 33rd degree of Freemasonry / Knights Templar. Get it? Hello, McFly. Hello. Hello, McFly. Anyway, and then, so look, he's a Grand Master Knights Templar. And what's this showing? Well, I'm going to show you something else first. This is showing some big stuff right here. Watch. Before I do that, okay, so his title is Grand Master Donaldo Trumple, okay? Right there. And that's first letter code. G is 7, M is 13, D is 4, 20 is T is 20. Ready? 713 24. 24. 713 24. That's when he was shot in the ear. Hello. Look at that. This is a picture of him being younger. Yeah, right. Never looked so good. Look at that. I mean, seriously, this artwork, everything is everywhere. It's all over. And I mean, he's basically worshipped now. And then, especially after being shot, and then wait till he gets shot again. If this happens, it should happen, but it may not. I'm not saying it's going to. It's my speculation, but it looks like it with all the symbol, the numbers, and everything. It looks crazy, crazy, crazy. But imagine if he gets shot again, like in the chest, and then he's in the hospital for like 7-8 days, and then he comes out of it, and then he's 7-8 days later. So 8 days later, he gets killed again. From finally this up and down thing. Like I said, this would kick off. This is going to be winding up for August, July, and literally we had Biden time. Okay, Biden time. He was basically right on June 27th in the debate. I mean, the whole world went against him pretty much. I mean, with a few people. I mean, when has that ever happened? I mean, are you kidding me? When did the Democratic Party ever eat its own? Never. They never apologize. They never go after their own, unless it's super obvious. But they made it so obvious because it was time. It was time. It was time. And then right after that, not long after that, then Trumple was shot, and then now Biden time just put in his he just basically dropped out, and then it will be back to Trumple being, I'm guessing in a couple days being shot, and then it'll be back to Biden time, basically being kicked out. I'm thinking, okay, again, this is best I can do right now, and I've been right about a lot of things. I've been close as anybody on this stuff, okay? So anyway, I'm just saying, because the only reason I'm saying this is because you can know that this craziness is coming. The United States is done. It just doesn't know it yet. And it's sad. I've seen a lot of death and a lot of stuff in the stuff I've seen, and it's horrible. And I've cried many times in my life, and I'm done crying, maybe. Well, maybe not. Anyway, so look at this. So Jacques de Molay was the last Knights Templar, okay, he was a Grand Master. So Jacques de Molay, goal as Grand Master was to reform the order and adjust it to the situation of the Holy Land during the waning days of the Crusades. As European support for the Crusades diminished, other forces were at work which sought to disband the order and claim the wealth of the Templars as their own. King Philip IV of France, deeply in debt to the Templars, had Molay and many other French Templars arrested in 1307. Look, 13th of July. And then O is 6, which is 50 letter of the alphabet, and 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is hiding 2 plus 4. That's 13th. Like I said, Grand Master. I'm telling you, Grand Master DT is 13th of July, and then O is 2 plus 4, 6. That's crazy. Had him burned upon a scaffold in an island in the River Seine in front of Notre Dame, Paris. There it is. There's a plaque right there. There's Notre Dame on the other side of this island right here. It's on the other side over here. And have you never seen it? There's the spire in Notre Dame, when it was on fire and it was falling, it looked just like iPad Go when the Antichrist comes out, and then the spire comes down when the temple or the cathedral falls down behind him. I should have shown that, but can't show everything because he's going to be actually, before I show you this, he's going to be fired by Nuxels. And then he was fired upon. Get it? Fire right here, burned with fire. He's going to get fired in a tower, in a spire or whatever, in Trumple Tower in New York. Okay, I mean, that's what's going to happen. And he was indicted in Manhattan. I told people for years that his end would be in Manhattan, and he just happened to be get those felonies, those 34 felonies in Manhattan and all that. And then it was postponed till the judge who was going to, sentence him to possible jail time and all that kind of stuff, they postponed it to September 18th, which is 918, upside down and backwards, 816, like I just showed you, 918, which was his, anyway, anyway, let me keep going. This is crazy. I mean, look at this. This is 13th of July, and then O is 22 plus 4. It's insane. Okay, now now what I'm going to do right now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to roll this. But before I do, watch this. This is Notre Dame here on fire back in 2019. It was April 15th. By the way, April 15th was the date that Lincoln died. Lincoln died. He was shot on the 14th. 4/14, died 4/15. This fire was on 4/15. It's also the exact date Lincoln died. Okay, and that's no coincidence. It's based on programming on Trumple exiting. So Trumple, remember, is the Knights Templar, and he's going to exit. And then remember, on iPad Goat, he's right below the red door. This is literally a Knights Templar knight walking right here, and is going to go through a red door, just like and I'm going to play it a few times for like. And then I literally I put this little clip I had that someone sent me a while back, years ago, and I can't find it anywhere, but the good thing I kept it. And I put it one after the other so you can see it for a little bit. And then I stopped it. I'm like, okay, that's enough. And then I looked at it. It's 33 seconds long. I mean, I'm like... And in fact, I think when Trumple is shot, he might be in critical condition. CC, or 33. That's my bet right now, but we'll see. Okay, now watch this. Ready? This is crazy. Let me just do that. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I hate that when I do that. Okay, we're going to roll it. Let's just roll it. Okay, could you see that? I mean, look at that. So he was walking. He's definitely in a robe, and he has a helmet and everything like a Knights Templar. Hopefully you saw that. And then as it zoomed in a little bit, you saw this is a red door. And that, again, this is depicting Trumple. I'm telling you. Believe it or not. I have so much more connections and everything, but let's just keep going here, okay? So, again, I showed this for you before. Knights Templar 713-205. The 137th prime is 33rd prime is 137, sorry. Grandmaster Knights Templar, that's what he is. And that just happens to match exactly what the Knights Templar is also called, the Order of Solomon's Temple. And these are both the same numbers. And what are these both? This is so crazy. This confirms this. This confirms this. Watch. You see, like I said, 923. Okay. I've over the years I've so many things associated with Trumple or 923 because it's September 23rd. Septem in Latin is 7. So 923 is hiding 723. And then watch this. 7, 15 plus 8, 7, 15 plus 8 is 23. Are you kidding me? And remember, 205, he's a Knights Templar. 205, 205th day of the year is 723. And these are all massive coincidences? I don't think so. Okay, now let me get to an iPad Goat on this wall. As it zooms out of the classroom with Obama, you see Psalm 23. Well, there's several reasons why this is on there and what it's hiding. One of the first things I found, I'm going to show you here in a second, but I found this recently and it blew my ever-loving mind. And it has to do with proving that this is all about Obama's birthday, which is August 1st, and even the pre-day, July 31st, August 1st through August 15th. And then on the 16th, he's revealed to the world. And that is exactly 7 prophetic years from the Revelation 12 sign. From Revelation 12 sign, 7 prophetic years, 7 360-day periods, because the book of Revelation has 7 or 8 references to prophetic years, which are 7 360-day periods, which is the 7 years of tribulation. There's going to be 7 good years, which are happening right now. We're about to close them out. It'll be closed out on 8/15, and then starting on 8/16, Stinky B.O. will be revealed as the Antichrist of the world, and that's all in my timeline. You'll read that anyway. And so this is all in here. Watch this. His birthday that's coming up on August 4th. Now watch this. Psalm 23 it says, but there's a lot of things hidden in this, but I'm going to show you this first. So we look at Psalm 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Verse 2. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. Verse 3. All this whole thing. I plugged that in Gematria, and I could not believe it. I'm like, I'm just going to add this and the verse numbers, and then it was incredible. Look at this. Psalm 23, the whole thing with verse numbers, is this right here, backwards, 8/4/2024. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you serious? No, I'm just kidding. Paul Bagels definitely controlled opposition. People don't know. But he's talking about Sirius, the birth of Sirius, which is on August 8th, right between the towers on the Golden Gate Bridge. And that's happening on August 8th. Man, I got so much stuff. I'm not even, and that's this year. It's crazy. Anyway, look at 8/4/2024. Crazy. And then to prove that even more, again, right here, it's 466 letters, 126 words, okay? 466 letters, 126 words. If you take 466 plus 126, and this is a coincidence, I don't think so. 466 plus 126 is a 592. Backwards, again, they do things backwards. 29th of May. What's 29th of May? Like I said, this is backwards, 29th of May. What's opposite 29th of May? The opposite of 29th of May, that's my birthday, 29th of May, and I've been saying for years, the opposite of 29th of May is the 149th day of the year with 216 days left over. 216th day of the year normally is August 4th. Again, August 4th, August 4th, August 4th, right there. And that just happens to be that the opposite of 29th of May backwards is August 4th. And then if I were to go backwards, 621 plus 664, just to prove that, and Lord led me to all this stuff like he normally does. 621 plus 664 is 1,285, which is 1 plus 28 is 29.5. 29.5 again. 29th of May again is August 4th. Okay, proving it. I'm not just saying one thing, and I have way more than that. Way more. Okay, also, like I've said for many years, this is Psalm 23 with lightning falling, because it's lightning falling from heaven, Barack Obama, and that's Obama with a clock hand at a little after 3, lightning falling from heaven, 623. Stinky B.O. in English, Jewish mantra, his full name, Barack Insane Obama, is 623. This is also 329. If you flip it a little bit, it's 329 on the, what's 329? In the Roman calendar, 329 is May 29th. What's the opposite of May 29th? August 4th. Okay, it's all there. There's so much in all this stuff. And it's also spelling Donaldo without the O. Donaldo, and this is J.K. Bug. I found this years ago. Donald is hidden in here, so you can see Donald. And I just found this. So when you do Donald right here, you have this left over right here, 1, then you have 3, 7. Donaldo was shot on 13th of July. There it is right there. And to prove that even more, you have this, and then you have its reflection in the window over here. Well, this is crazy about this. Again, this is going to prove what I'm saying. I'm blow up this reflection a little bit. Then it says M16 and then D. That's what you see. D backwards, okay? Things are backwards. Like I said, M16D. M is 13, 16 is 16, and D is D. Just like the D on the dunce cap. It's just D for Donaldo, okay? Say that. So watch this. Ready? 13, 1 plus 6 is 7, Donaldo. That's when he was shot. Again, we have 137 right here, 137, Donaldo, and then 137, Donaldo over here. And confirming that. Are you kidding me? And then I took this and I mirrored this and put it right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do, just so you see, that confirms that. See that? That confirms that. And I took this. And then, oh yeah, it's also, like I said, when David shot was also, because he was shot on this day because he's running for the 47th P. See? 47th P. There's the P right there. It's also a D. We can't see the whole thing. It's a D backwards because it's a reflection. Anyway, I took this reflection, I made a reflection of that and put it right here above this. And it doesn't even look like, you see the M there, and then you see the kind of the 1. This doesn't look like a 6, but this has been changed. This has been changed right here. This confirms that they may mean this to mean something else, because that does not look like a 6 right there. And it doesn't look like that. This is all different. This is very different here, and the D is the same. But you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but that's purposely a 16, so you don't realize it to confirm this. This is how this works. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? Okay, and then boom, what it says also, P is 16. This is the first letter go, P16, and then you go with the number. P is 16, and then 23. What's 1623? 723. So we have 713 right here, 713, 713, and 723. Boom. Okay. And then I found out also when I'm looking into some of this, oh my gosh, TV report, despite strike on Houthis, Netanyahu plans to fly to U.S. as scheduled and hopes to meet Trump. And then I found out that he's supposed to be meeting with Biden time on the 24th, and I'm seeing all kinds of numbers for that. I'm not going to show all the numbers for the 24th. I'm showing because it's the 23rd/24th. I think it's going to happen on the 23rd when Trump gets Schatzels, and then it's going to be reported on the 24th. That's why it's both days. But it could be either day, but it looks like the 23rd is the bigger day. But we'll see, okay? And then it looks like he was going to meet with Biden on the 24th. That's what's going on. And they said Wednesday, and I sent this to a friend. I'm like, looks like this is going to happen, whatever. And then, but he might meet with him on the 23rd. And that's what I'm thinking. Well, we'll see how it plays out, but that's what I'm thinking. So if I took this whole title and put it right here. You can't see the whole thing. It keeps going like that. But watch this. That's literally a full reduction and reverse order. It's 323 and 1063. Why did I have that here? Because exactly matches. 163 right here. 163. You get rid of the 0. 163, 323. There you go. See? And I'm just giving you one example, but there's many. But I just had to show you this, how it's all about him. Because he's the false John the Baptist, okay, of the false Savior that's coming. Okay, and then this is the whole title right here. Despite strike on whatever, okay, this is the whole title right here. And the first thing you have right here is up here. Oh, sorry. Up here is 7. 1 plus 5 plus 7 is 713. They do this all kinds of stuff with the words and letters. 713, that we know that happened, okay? We didn't know it until after it happened, but it happened. Okay, then this is also something else right here, 5772. Okay, 5 plus 7 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. Then we have 7, and I'll put it over there. Then we have 2. Look at that. It's also 720. This is also 2 is right here. 5 plus 7 is 19. 290. The 219th day of the year normally is August 7th. This year, being a leap year, is 220, but normally it's August 7th. And it's more August 7th on 219 than the leap years, but this year happens to be a leap year, and so that applies too. So look at this. These are literally attempt, nailed, Trumple attempted, assassination attempts, boom, actually successful by Iran. They're going to take responsibility. But again, these are all staged, so they're all part of the whole thing. It's all staged. They're all in the same club. Okay, the leaders of Iran in the same club. This is all planned by the people, the elites that are in the highest power, and they have their people down from them. So it's just how it is. And watch this. Even more evidence. He's meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, first out of code 16, 13, 2. 14. Again, really close. I can take 1 away if I want. Okay, so I'm doing that. Or I can add 1. That becomes a 2. I take 1 away and then take 1 away, or add 1 and it becomes a 2. So you have 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 13. 2. And then if I add 1, it's 24. Or just take 1 is 4. So 7, 13, 24 or 7, 13, 20, 24. I mean, are you kidding me? And then watch this last letter code. I could not believe it. And last letter code, what was there? ERNU. E is 5, R is 18, 5 plus 18 is 23. Then we have 1 right here. Put the 1 right here. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. That's 7, and you just switch the 1 and the 23, so it's 723 plus 1. Or get rid of that 1, and you have 723, we will Kalel, or that 1 plus that is 724. 723 and 724. So we know this happened on this day, but now this may happen on 723 and /24. Hopefully that makes sense. It's crazy. Literally his birthday, June 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Switch the 1 and the 4, and you have 1. And then 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 6 is 23. Again, same thing. 723 plus 1 is 24. Or it's just the 23 and the 1. You have 723 plus 1, or just 723. I'm telling you, it's right there. And then PM Netanyahu is 138 and 828, equating him to Trumple. Look at that. Same exact number. PM. They say PM. They call him PM or Prime Minister, either way. And then Prime Minister Netanyahu is also, look, 277, which is what? 2, 7 plus 7 is high. 277 is high, and 2, 7 plus 7 is 14. The 214th day of the year is August 1st. That's when he's going to say, I'll be back. That's when he's going to be back. And by the way, in Commando, he says, I'll be back, Bennett. And Bennett was a prime minister for a time. He was the prime minister of Israel for a time when he said, I'll be back, Bennett, in Commando. And he's saying, I'll be back as the Trumpinator, Terminator, and all kinds of stuff. And then watch. And then right, that's backwards 713. Or 731, actually 31st of July is the 213th day of the year. So we literally have the pre-day and the first day, 213th day of the year, 214th day of the year hidden. We also have, if I flip this L, the 7 to an L. Again, you can flip anything upside down and backwards anytime. And so there might be a lot more in this than I even realized, but I'm pretty good at finding stuff. Flip that 7 to an L, and that is L is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's 2, 3, 7 right there. And then what's this also? This is 7/13 or 7/31. 13th of July or July 31st of July. Either one, backwards. That's why it happened on this day, because not only an attack day, it's also the day he's going to recover or have a big announcement. Now I think I know why, because he's going to recover from possibly being in the hospital. We'll see how that works. I don't know. That's why I'm guessing right now. Massive guess, huge guess. It could be real. And we'll see. We will see. Again, I'm speculating. If you can't understand that, sorry. There's all kinds of people that speculate for a living. I'm one of those people, but not very many people do what I do because they can't handle it. I can barely handle it. I can't handle it time after time, but the Lord just refreshes me each time. I cry at his feet, and then he just refreshes me and puts his hand on my head and just said, here you go. I love you. Here you go. Hang in there. Shows me incredible and amazing and off the chart stuff that a lot of it I can't share. But a lot of these other stuff I can't share. But anyway, and then we have Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, is 2580. And what is that? That's a couple things. That is 8 right there. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then remember, O is 15, letter of the alphabet, or 1 plus 5 is 6, or 6 is hiding 2 plus 4. Boom. It's also, ready for this? It's also 7. We have 2 plus 5 is 7. 8 plus O is 15. 23. See how these are hiding multiple things? There it is again, showing you. And he just happens to be meeting with Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and he's not only that day he probably is going to be meeting with him, is the day he's going to be shot, and then ultimately it's when he's actually fired upon with fire, when he's going to be killed. Are you kidding me? This is a scene in iPad Goat. Okay, and I've thought about this for so long. I'm like, oh my, what is this? And before he rises up, it zooms in here between these two groups, this group and this group, and it goes right. The camera comes right in here, and he's the third one. This thing is the third one back, and he's got a head wound. He's the only one where the smoke is coming off his head. It looks like he's got a head wound right here. It's the third one from the front. And I'm going to show you here in a second here, okay? Third one from the front here. He's literally right there. This is 2 grids here. This is a 15 man deep by 12 man wide, and 15 man deep by 12 man wide. This is so great. This is so coded. I found several things. I'm going to show you certain things, but this is literally confirming that Trumple being shot on the right side. Again, right side right here, right side of his head. Okay, and then the dates, it's amazing. There's so many confirmations. I'm just going to show you a few things because some things have a lot more explanation. I just don't have the time for it right now. I got to get this done and out and everything else. So before it happens, hopefully. So he's in the third position. 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay. Now watch this. Okay, I'm just going to focus on this one right here because this is the 15 man deep. 15. 1 plus 2 is 3. The day with 153 days left over. And the 213th day of the year with 153 days left over is July 31st, and that backwards is 13th of July, and that's the day he was shot on the right side of his head. Okay, there's a lot more to support this. I'm not going to get into that right now, but this is the 2 grid patterns. So this is where he is right there, and then if you basically go from this right here and you go right to left and go backwards, so you're going from like let's say this is a bunch of soldiers, and you're starting from you're going left to right and counting backwards. That's 115 by 12 is 180 plus another 25 gets you to right here. 180 plus 25 is 205. Remember, 205 is Knights Templar. Remember, 205 is 205. 215 plus 5 is 220. 220 day of the year is August 7th of a leap year this year. It's insane. And then you count from here because we're just taking this grid. We have this grid, and you're going this way to this. Now we just count from here. You go 12, 12, and then 12 plus 1 is 25. Or when we're going left to right and we're going back. Okay, anyway, and that's 25. Get it? 12 plus 12 is 24, plus this one right here, we're going left to right and up and back. 25 or 25. Get it? 25 and 205. 25 and 25, or 205 and 205. confirming that. And there's many other things. And then the Antichrist comes up here between the sixth guy and the sixth guy. And that's a lot more stuff. And in fact, this position of the sixth guy and this position of the sixth guy, when you add those up, it ends up equaling 7/13/2024. and 7/13/2024 also equals 8/11/24, because the O in 2024, the 0 in 2024 is O. And so you add that up, and that's 8/11/24. And that's when the Antichrist comes up. Anyway, it's, oh my gosh, I can't explain all that right now. So like I said, 7/23 is the 205th day of the year. And that's what it's showing right here. When he's going to get the head. Get it? I mean, he's going to get... we already saw the head one, but he's going to get, I believe, now chest. Okay, no, we're going to see that. I'm going to show you some of the reasons why. And there's a lot more, but I'm just going to try to get this done as soon as possible. So, 200... Now, Gematria, 205. Okay, 205. We know that the 205 is 723, but how is it 713? Well, 205 is what that is spelled out. Is 9/13. What's September 13th? Septem, which is 7/13. And we know that's 7/13, the day he was shot. Okay, that's how 205 is that also. And we also know that's 7/13. And what's this? Just switch the 5 and the 9, and we have 195 and 6. 195 is the 195th day of the year, is 7/13/24. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. September 13th is Septem 13. The 195th day, September 13th is the 195th day of the year of 24. Do you get it? Oh my gosh. Another way of saying 205 is 205. And that is, take a 1 away. This is another way you can do it. Again, rule of 12, but we're taking 1 away from here and we're adding it to here. Take 1 away from 174 and you have 173. Or 7 in the middle of 13. 713. You take that 1, you add it to this one, you have 205. 205. So you have 713 is not only, and we have 713, and what's 205? The 205th day of the year, 723. 713 and 723. By taking 1 away and putting it over here. Hopefully that makes sense. If you need to slow me down, you know, you can hit the little dots on the by the video here, and you can go, or go into settings, a little gear setting, and you can go into slow me down. Or if you want to watch me faster than I go fast, even faster, speed me up. Okay, whatever. So here, we're talking about 13th of July first. Now, 13th of July, when he was, look at all this predictive programming. I'm going to start with this. He ordered to pay Jean Carroll for this so-called harassment thing or whatever and all that. 13th of July, $137 million, please. I mean, seriously. It's also 100, so that's 13th of July is the 195th day of the year, like I said. Now watch. Donald signs HR 195. Hackers hijacked at least 195 Trump web addresses, 195. It's in predictive programming everywhere. Trump administration released another 195 million each. I mean, are you kidding? 195, 195. Trump's Palm Beach mansion hits market at 195. I mean, are you kidding me? There's a lot more. I'm just not going to show you all of them. And then 713 is also not only the 195th day of the year, but with 171 days left over. Yeah, is there some of those? Yeah, there's several of those. President Trump arrives at 171st Airborne Base, whatever. I mean, give me a break. Trump 171 83, whatever. This one denying his motion to whatever. That's the actual number of that. I mean, appeals court, please. And that's in Raskin joins 171 damages support letter against Trumple. There, I mean, 171 again. There you go. Now let's look at 723 and with the 205th day of the year. Okay, let's look at 723, the 205th day of the year. Watch this. President Trump on track to charge taxpayers $237 million for golf trips. I mean, that's what they say. 23rd of July. Trump's fraud when it comes to law. Okay, Trump pardoned 23rd of July people. I mean, are you kidding me? Trump's new magic. This is back in 2016. Trump's new magic number isn't 1237. It's 23rd of July. Remember in The Shining, door 237? Okay, and this guy's name is Jack Torrance, the main character, and he says, here's Johnny, as in Donald Johnny Trump. Here's Johnny, he's back after being shot on this day. Here he's back, and he's got, and all this stuff. And by the way, Jack Nicholson's real name is John Joseph, as in Donald John Trumple and Joseph Biden time. It's just crazy. There's so much that connects The Shining with Trumple. He's also the Highlander. I mean, his mother was Mary MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, and he is the Highlander. I mean, are you kidding? He's Duncan MacLeod. There can only be one, and it's amazing. It's everything. It's in so much predictive programming. All these characters in movies and TV are Trumple and Obama. It's crazy. Look at this. Trump House, 205, 205th day of the year, July 23rd. Trump Park Avenue, 502, backwards. I mean, are you kidding me? Today in history, June 9th, Donald Trump is indicted. June 9th is the 171st day of the year with 205 days left. It just goes. And then here about the predictive programming for being shot in the chest. This was bulletproof vest. People were like, oh, he got shot here, but then bulletproof vest must have stopped this or whatever. That's just a ruffle in her coat. But some people altered this to make it look more real. This is the original one, but this was altered and then circled, and it got to millions of people on X, formerly Twitter. Okay, but this is the real one. You can see it. This is part of her jacket. This female. This is all planned too, I'm sure. Of course, or definitely spiritually charged. When this is a ritual, okay, this is a mega ritual. And when these things happen, there's certain people that are players, and then there's real people in that. It's a mixture. The players, they're in a ritual before this. They get all spiritually synced and everything, and do some kind of practice of some kind, and then they're placed, and then they have the real people in there, and then they have whatever happens. Who knows how it actually plays out? But it's all a sham. It's all a sham. Okay, and so we have Ronald the Donald, predictive programming. Ronald the Donald. Get Ronald the Donald. Ronald McDonald, okay, is Ronald Reagan and Donaldo Trumple, okay? Let me prove it another way. In the day Ronald the Donald is going to be killed is 7th of August, and then remember O is 6 or 15 or 6, 2 plus 4, 7th of August 24. Okay, the day Ronald was shot. Well, let's do this. It's also 8/7/24. It's also 7 and then 8 plus O is 15. 15, 11, they have 8, 50 is 23. So it's all this. So then watch. This is also, I've shared this before, and I just shared it earlier, on the Roman calendar, which they go by like crazy, because he said when he was campaigning back in 2016, he says, I was down there on 7-Eleven. I'm not going to even get into. I'm not in the mood to do his voice right now. I was down there on 7-Eleven. I was down there on 7-Eleven, and then people know he was talking about 9, 1, and then 1. I can't say it, okay? But he said 7-Eleven, so that's showing that September is really 7, and that gives you a clue also that everything that I'm showing you that's 9/23 or 9 or 9/13 is really 7/23 and 7/13, okay? And so, so this is March. In Roman calendar, March is the first month, and then 30. So that's March 30. What happened March 30? Reagan attempted to be shot on March 30. See? Ronald, March 30. And the Donald on these days. Ronald the Donald. I'm telling you, it's right here. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay, and then Ronald Reagan just happens to be the 200. When he recovers, came back, and Reagan recovered. He came back from the hospital, and so so that the 214th day of the year is August 1st, 24. And that's coincidence. And reverse ordinal, the reverse English is 6 times reverse ordinal. That's how they relate to each other. And the 214th day of the year just happens to be August 1st, 24, only on a leap year. Ronald the Donald, please. And they call him the Donald. Also, they've called him the Donald for years. Since I was young, they called him the Donald. Anyway, look, assassination attempt is, I normally use regular gematria in English and a few other versions of that. This is different because these are exact dates backwards. So watch this. Exactly backwards in Jewish is 7, and then remember O is 15 or 6. 6 plus 6 plus 1 is 13. 7, 13, 2024. 7/13/2024 assassination attempt. And then the English extended, you can start with here 7, 9 plus 14 is 23, 7 for 23, And still backwards is 2, 4, or 24. 24. 7, 23, 20, 24, 7, 13, 20. And that just happens to be both these. And these will be both assassination attempts as far as the public knows. That's coincidence? Not. Remember, I said he's a Knights Templar. Chump. Freudian slip. Chump shot. That's what you could call him. Chump shot chest is 205 and 713. Remember, 205, and he's a Knights Templar, 250th of the year, 723 and 713. 723 and 713. And also, believe it or not, Ronaldus Magnus, Ronald Reagan shot in chest, 205 and 713 or 731, either one. It doesn't matter. And that's all. Look at that. They're all the same. That's all coincidence? I don't think so. Sorry. Wrong answer if you don't think so. And I couldn't help but share this. I have to share this because I felt led by the Lord, because I have found something really crazy about this as well. A couple things. First thing is, I shared this in a video. If you want to go look back at my videos, go to my channel. When you go to this video, go back to my channel, go back to Antichrist Obama and false prophet Francis. And they literally, what I shared in this video, and I prove it in many ways, they both got married. They got married. I know it's sick. Like Lily in the movie Legend, Lily and Darkness. Lily and Darkness, he wanted to marry her. Lily and Darkness getting married. Okay. And Lily and Darkness. Lily's an iPad goat also. Lily and Darkness. Look at this. The female, and you see pictures, they're happy, they're exchanging gifts. They got married. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you, this the Lord showed me and told me, and if you don't see that, I'm sorry, but it's what it is. And I'm going to prove something real crazy here. Watch this. So look, he's standing in front of, he's having to be standing in front of this. He's the darkness. It's it and it. I'll just say that. It and it. Okay. Whatever. I know he's a clone. I'm not sure what he is exactly. I think he might be a man. I don't know, but he's a demon man now for sure. Okay. Watch this. Well, this is when they got together, 9/23/2015. To when they're actually going to come back. So they both killed on 8/7 and report on 8/8, just like Trumple. And Iran's going to take responsibility for both of them, being maybe all three of them being killed. Okay, 8/11 is when he comes back to life, lightning falling from heaven. Barack Obama, that's in Luke 10:18. Jesus said, I see lightning, Satan as lightning falling from heaven. That translation of lightning from heaven is Aramaic Hebrew is Barack Obama. If you don't know that, that's just impossible. Sorry. So from this date to this date is 8 years, 8 months, 8 weeks, and 8 + 8 + 8 days. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, like I said here, Lily married Darkness. Okay, so now there's several things I could show too, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Lily becomes Lily Darkness because Lily marries Darkness. Watch this. And there's several other things I could show that all relate to this 8/11, but watch. 8/11, 7 + 9 + 4 is 20, and then 6 is hiding 2 + 4. 8, 8, 11, 11, 7 + 9 + 4 is 20, and then 6 is 2 + 4. 8/11, 2024, 8/11, 2024, 8/11, 7 + 9 + 4 is 20, and then 6 is hiding 2 + 4. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm sorry. If you think this is massive, off-the-charts coincidence, you're not thinking straight, and you need to reset yourself and grow up. Seriously, or do something. If you just plainly don't understand numbers, and I understand that. But if you just won't see the truth, and you need to get your head out of the sand. Okay, take the grains of sand out of your mouth, like clean your mouth out a little bit. Maybe brush your teeth. I don't know. And then wake up and let the Lord tell you stuff. And if you haven't come to him, please. It's the better way. He's the way, the truth, and life. And check this out. I had to share this at the end of this because this is something I felt the Lord wanted me to reiterate. This is what I'm trying to say. He wanted me to reiterate is that this is undeniable. What I'm about to show you is absolutely undeniable, irrefutable. I challenge anybody to try to refute this. It's impossible. And this absolutely, and I've showed many examples of this, but I want to show you 2 ironclad things that connect Obama with Robo-Pope, Pope on a rope, that you can get, okay? 2 of the most infallible things, undeniable things that connect these two, being the false prophet By the way, false prophet exactly in like 20 gematras equals Bishop of Rome, and that is impossible, okay? And I didn't show that. I have many others I could bring to my head, but I'm going to show you these two. If you haven't seen this on my previous video, the one Antichrist Obama and False Prophet Francis, then you need to see this. This inexorably links these two. Inexorably, completely, utterly links these two. Watch. So this is when Obama announced he was running for Senate, for president. He announced it on this day, okay? From that day, minus 666 months and 666 weeks and 66 days equals the Pope's birthday. And look, he's got horns in time. Do you see that? These are subtle. He's in darkness and he has horns, red horns. Are you kidding me? Wake up, thou that sleepeth. Like the Bible says, if you are sleeping, if you're not, then good for you. But if you're, okay, now watch. Now I have the other side. I'm going to link Sticky B.O.'s birthday to Pope becoming Pope. So this is Pope's birthday to Barack Obama becoming president. Now watch this. If you don't know this, Obama's birth, 8/4/1961, plus 6 years equals that many days, plus 66 months equals that many days, plus 666 weeks equals that many days, plus this many days, plus this many hours, plus this many this, plus this many seconds, and that's how many days, rounded up to 78 days, equals exactly the day Francis becomes Pope. Undeniable. Bam! To the enemy's kingdom. Spiritually, I'm knocking. I'm slamming you with the truth. It will reverberate somehow. I guarantee. The Lord's telling me. He had to look at this. Connecting the Pope's birth to Obama's presidency. Connecting Obama's birth to the Pope's papacy. Nailed. Sorry. Wrong if you don't see this. Wrong if you think it's not right. It's, you try it. You'll see. Okay, so I'm going to say this guy wants to feed us baloney. So I'm calling him Trumpelonius. Trumpelonius. He wants to feed us. This guy wants to feed us baloney. He's feeding us a big stack of baloney. His new name for me, I call him Trumple, but a new name I have now is Trumpelonius, because it means Trump baloney us. Trumpelonius. Okay? Oh, the Lord has a sense of humor too. He gives me stuff. Man, it's so crazy. Like when he showed me that Osama bin Laden is Osama bin Laden is Obama Sin Laden, and you just switch two letters, BS, because you just switch the BS, the B and the S, and Osama bin Laden becomes Obama Sin Laden, because he's the man of sin, and I have a picture of that and everything. It's somewhere. I just remember this off the top of my head, but I was laughing so dang hard when he showed me that, and he was kind of laughing in my spirit. I was like, and he's laughing on this one too. Trumpelonius, Trump baloney. He's feeding us baloney. It's Trumpelonius. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see what happens. It might not happen. It probably is more likely it won't happen, but the stuff that I'm seeing and all this stuff I have to share. I'm not only a watchman on the wall, I'm commanded by the Lord Jesus as my friend, my Savior, my King, to do what He's showing me to do, and that's all I can do. I can't do anything else. I literally would like to do some other things sometimes, but He just says, this is what I want you to do, and I begged Him at times with something else. But then He blows my mind with all kinds of insights and all kinds of revelations and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. But anyway, so then I just want to thank you. If you ever supported this channel, if you ever supported what I've done, you haven't run away fleeing screaming like a little girl, then thank you for hanging out and supporting this my channel and the Telegram and everything, and praying for us, me and my family and everything. And then also, if you're able to give, I'm literally down to like $300, of course. I hate asking for money, but if this is all ending, it's not going to matter, like I'm saying. But if it still keeps going, you never know. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm saying absolutely, but this is all massive possibilities. And August is one of the biggest. This August is one of the biggest I've ever seen in my entire life. When I'm talking about 6 prophetic months from the Revelation 12 sign, 7 prophetic months from the Revelation 12 sign, literally the exact count from the real God's creation calendar in Leviticus 23 of the exact count of days to to we call it Pentecost, but it's Shavuot. It reaches August 15th, the last day when the balance of the bride, the body, reaches the head. I mean, it goes and goes and goes. I have so much stuff right now. The birth of Sirius, the star Sirius, the birth of Sirius on 8/8. Astronomers saying it looks like it's going to be birthed on 8/8, and I know it's going to be between the towers of the Golden Gate Bridge this year. Just like in the right at the right time and everything. Anyway, I don't have all the time to get all that. So anyway. Also, if you're able to give, I have links in the description box below for PayPal and also for Zelle Pay. If you don't have Zelle, go to ZellePay.com. You can sign up for free. It's just a bank-to-bank transfer. It doesn't cost anything either. It's great and all that stuff, and it doesn't charge you every time you go like Zelle does. And I have a P.O. box and such. So if you're led, that's great. If not, then don't worry about it. So, but like I said, the people who might be led, we could really use it. I mean, I literally always have to buy food and. Unfortunately, I was just covered about a week ago for my rent and all that, and a little over a week ago, and I'm so thankful that just got covered at the last minute, of course. And I asked the Lord years ago, I'm like, why do so many things you do at the very last minute? And then it took him a little time, but then he finally said, oh, you know why I do things at the last minute? And he just said it all of a sudden out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, why? Because you can't deny it was me. And it just knocked me over the head. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Anyway, so I want to thank you so much. Anybody who has ever had any positive effect on this channel or me or my family. And thank you for your prayers. I cover your prayers. And God bless you. And I'll just leave it at that. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.